What is up, guys? Welcome to Iconic FX Krypton. We're gonna learn a lot of great stuff. I'm doing this a little bit different than I normally would. A lot of my other courses would take me 6 months to make it look pretty, but I wanted to get this out as quick as possible and have it be still an amazing fucking course, but I didn't want to have to waste a bunch of time making it look pretty. This is gonna be no fluff, no bullshit, and certainly this is not gonna be fancy. You know, a lot of the stuff we're gonna talk about is gonna be looking at the charts, so I don't need to make some stupid big fucking fancy presentation to try to impress you guys. It's just a big waste of time, and I wanted to get this out quick and make it extremely valuable. But I recently just watched a bunch of courses because I just recently transitioned into Forex, and the amount of bullshit people are talking in these courses just to try to make it long, to make it look like they built this big, huge, amazing course. They're talking about a bunch of bullshit, okay? So Krypton essentially has been built for speed and efficiency, and that's why this is going to be great. And my easiest analogy is if you remember being in school and your teacher teaching you these stupid fucking equations that you don't ever need to use in your entire life ever, yet you have this calculator sitting right in front of you, and what would take you a whole entire semester to learn how to do on paper, you can literally type a few buttons in 30 seconds and have the answer that you would get the same answer if you use a calculator, okay? And this is what most people are doing in their courses that they're teaching. A lot of things because they want to impress people, saying this is a 20-hour course when you could compress it into 2 hours. Okay, so I have no idea how long this is going to be, but we're certainly not going to fuck around with all this bullshit over here. We're going to use a calculator and get the same exact answer and get it in about 30 seconds versus 30 hours. Okay, so that's what we're going to do in today's course, built for speed and efficiency, and we're still going to be kings and still win and come out on top. So how do we win with this course? Well, one, the thing you have to understand about trading is that a lot of what I teach is rule-based trading. So if you follow the rules of the game, your chances of winning are much, much higher. That's what we need to understand, is that there are rules to this game. If you break them, such as you decide, you know what, I'm gonna bet the farm on this trade. Or you know what, I am at a losing position, but I'm gonna keep holding this one because I believe in the company. That's breaking the fucking rules. And that's why people lose money in the stock market. That's why there's a 95% losing rate in the stock market, a 98% losing rate in Forex, whatever. I don't know, we don't have statistics on crypto, but I would imagine this is somewhere similar. That's why there's a 90% startup entrepreneur failure, because most people break the rules and they don't know what the fuck they're doing. What I'm gonna teach you in this course is a rule-based system that you need to follow. And if you don't follow it, I promise you're gonna lose your fucking money, because that's just the way it is in trading. It's a very difficult thing if you don't do it correctly. And so we're gonna try to teach you those rules so you don't lose all your money, and that's why we're here. The next thing you need to do to be able to follow those rules is understand that you need to control your ego and control your emotions. And that all boils down to having a very disciplined lifestyle. Now you need to ask yourself right now, am I a disciplined person? Because if you aren't, you're gonna have a much more difficult time in trading. Are you able to go to the gym every day? Are you able to eat healthy? Are you able to wake up at a certain time because that's just what you need to do to be successful and crush the fucking day? If you're not doing any of those things and you don't live a disciplined lifestyle and you're a fucking slob, you're gonna have a much more difficult time in trading. I'm not saying that you can't be successful in trading, but you're definitely gonna have a more difficult time in trading, and you need to learn how to get more structure in your life, because if you don't have structure, if you come to the trading table emotional because you're not disciplined and you have like a bad day or something, that's gonna bleed into your trading. If you have a bad day trading, that's gonna bleed into your personal life. So you have to find structure in your life and try to be as stable as possible, because trading's fucking emotional. It's a very difficult and risky game, and you know, things are going up, things are going down. It's a roller coaster of a ride. So you have to get structure and discipline in your life so you can control your ego and control your emotions. Because a lot of times when people have a heavy ego, you might make, you know, a few big trades and get your confidence up and your ego is fucking high. You're like, nothing can stop me. And guess what you do when your ego gets big? You start breaking the rules. You start going, hey, I've been on a hot streak. Maybe I'm gonna bet way bigger on this one, because this one might be the one that I can get rich quick on. You know what happens when you break the rules? Your ego gets crushed because you broke the rules and you're just an idiot, and then your emotions start kicking in, and then you can't think rationally, and then it's a downward tumble and you blow up your entire account. This is something that I've seen time and time again. I did it 3 times in my first 3 years of trading, and I've been teaching people how to do this for 16 years, and I see it every day because people can't control their ego. They break the rules and they lose all their money, and they ask me, Foos, what the hell happened? This is bullshit. I'm like, well, did you not remember what I said on day one? And they're like, oh yeah. I'm an idiot. But sometimes it's hard for me to teach the rules, and just lessons in general in life are hard to learn until you experience them yourself. So again, I don't recommend putting money in any market that you can't afford to lose, because you might lose it. You might need to lose that first account to understand that, okay, Cam was right. I can't break the rules. I do need to control my ego, and I do need to control my emotions, and I have to get more discipline and structure in my life. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I see it happen a lot. So just remember and try to ingrain this as heavy as possible in your head right now when we're going forward. Now, the next thing you need to do is learn the strategy before you ever start trading and betting any money. I know a lot of you are probably just like sitting here thinking like, man, I just want to get started. I'm super excited. Let's just go in. Don't trade anything until you've learned the strategy and you've gone through this entire course, okay? Because the only way you're ever going to make money in trading is if you have the knowledge. And once you have the knowledge, you have the confidence. And when you have the confidence, you're more disciplined, and that's when you control your emotions and your ego, because you're confident and you're knowledgeable of what you're talking about. Just like doing like public speaking or something. If you got up in front of a crowd and somebody just gave you a random topic, be like, just read this paper and act like you know about it, right? You want to have confidence, or you want to be able to talk very clearly about it. But if you got up in front of stage and somebody asked you to talk about something you've been doing for 16 years, what do you have? You have knowledge and confidence, and that means you can execute that speech much, much better. Same thing in trading, okay? So you have to have the knowledge and confidence if you want to be able to think rationally and be able to control your emotions and in your ego to make the right decisions when you need to. Now, just a little bit of background. I started at 3stocksandfire.com in 2005. That's where I kind of started making my name for myself. 2006, I started the technicaltrader.net, which was basically just a blog of me talking about what I'm doing and doing technical analysis for stocks. Foos Alerts, I started in 2010. I actually joined Tim Sykes, blah, blah, blah. I was a Profitly guru. In 2015, I changed into Foos4 Trading because I wanted to get away from people thinking they were going to learn by just following alerts. So I rebranded under Foos4 Trading because that was the system that we were trading. And in 2017, I rebranded under Iconic Traders because I knew I didn't want to be a stock trader anymore, and I wanted to start transitioning out of trading stocks. And I didn't want to be the face of the company. I didn't want the company to have to rely on me to be there necessarily. And that was kind of why I wanted to start rebranding under Iconic. Plus, I thought Iconic was cool. And now I'm not really trading stocks anymore. I have students who are kind of now running that company. Let's talk about the difference between investing versus trading. Now, when we're investing, we're looking for long term. We're looking for things that are low in value and things that are going to go up over a longer period of time. This is something I don't do, never have. I don't know if I ever will. But what we're trying to do is trade, right? We're looking for short-term opportunities. And essentially, when you're looking for short-term opportunities, all you're trying to do is take control of the crowd, right? The crowd are what? They're fucking sheep, and then we are trying to be the wolves, right? So that's what I need to teach you in this program, is how to be a wolf, because all we're trying to do is herd these sheep around. We're looking for a diamond in the rough and be a wolf over here first to find it, and then once price goes up, all the sheep kind of fucking swarm this fucking thing, and that's what makes price go up. And then we're actually selling up here because we got down here, the sheep are all buying up here, and we're actually selling to them. So that's what we're going to talk about in today, is how to find those short opportunities and how to actually get there first. And also, why do markets move every day? Really, all the stock market is, all crypto is, all Forex is a difference of supply and demand. Do people think it's priced fairly up here? No? Okay, then prices are going to start going down from here. Once prices start going down, the demand increase, people are like, this is too cheap, I want to buy here. Then prices start going back up, all right? And all that is controlled by emotion, okay? When you look at any movement in the stock market, when you look at Bitcoin, when you look at Ethereum, you see these crazy moves happening. And a lot of times, all that is just emotion. And a lot of it has to do, especially in stocks nowadays, retail traders freaking out and not being able to do what? Control their fucking emotions, okay? It's all based on fear, hope, greed, panic selling, panic buying, FOMO buying, right? When something goes up like this and all the sheep are up here buying like idiots, and then it goes down off the top, and then the sheep are down here freaking out selling while the wolves spot down here and the wolves are buying down here, okay? Wolves buy down here, they sell the sheep up here, wolves short up here, short selling when you can make money go down, and the sheep are all selling down here while the wolves are buying to cover their positions, okay? So that's what we need to learn how to do, is how to be the wolves and not be the stupid idiot sheep that are trading and moving things off of emotion, and we're trying to use logic and rational thinking to get in and get out at the right times and right opportunities. And that all has to do with understanding supply and demand and understanding human emotion and how all these idiots, the sheep, move things around, and we're just trying to be in the right position at the right time so we can actually herd them and not be one of the sheep buying up at the top or selling at the bottom. Next, we're just going to talk about stocks versus Forex versus crypto. Now, stocks are directly correlated in the way they operate and move with crypto, which is why I've kind of transferred from stocks into crypto. Forex, recently, I started trading just about 4 months ago, and it's a totally different ballgame. Things move way different. And the reason being is that Forex is basically, this is how Forex prices move in a range. Forex go up, go down, go up, go down, go up, go down, go up, down, down. And you can go look back 20 years on, let's say, like the Euro CAD, Euro Canadian dollar, since 1994. We're basically at the same exact price. This is what Forex does. It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. It's a very stable product and a very stable asset, right? But if we look at like Bitcoin, what happens? Things start down low and they go up, right? So we're looking for lower value and looking for things that could potentially go up. And that's kind of like the way that Bitcoin works. Things are undervalued and they go up. What does the Apple chart look like? Similar thing. Things are underpriced and things go up. So you can see the difference in behavior is that cryptos act much like stocks do. Things go up over time. Same with stocks, same with cryptos. But if you look again at Forex, Euro Canadian dollar, over the course of history of since 1994, at least that's how as far back as this data goes, is the exact same price. So that's what you have to understand, is that the way that things operate are totally different between Forex, crypto, and stocks. And that's why I've made much more money recently with my transition to crypto. As Forex, I'm not that great of a Forex trader. I'm learning much more how to do it. It's just a different ballgame because you're trading these tight ranges going up and down, as opposed to trading these massive parabolic moves to go long and make money off of this move and then make massive moves when things go down off a parabolic move that ends up crashing. So it's just a little bit different. And this is much more my thing here, to trade something that's more similar to stocks. Like I said before, trading crypto today is like trading stocks back in 2005. Back when retail was just getting started, before all the algorithms started fucking things up, before the hedge funds and institutions were, trading all the small caps as well. So that's why crypto is such a massive opportunity, because we are literally rewinding 16 years to trade what it used to be like to trade stocks. And now the same thing is happening in crypto, and it's like taking candy from a baby versus what it's like trying to trade stocks now. Trying to trade stocks in 2021 is very difficult. It's very competitive. You're competing with institutions, algorithms, hedge funds. It's not quite nearly as easy as trading crypto. When I was trading stocks in 2005, I was banking like 20 to 50% gains on trades all the fucking time, like clockwork. That doesn't happen in today's stock market, okay? But it is happening in crypto, and that's why I've transitioned over there and what I want to do, teach you guys now. And that's why crypto is such a massive opportunity, because of that fact. And also just because it's disrupting everything, right? It's the new toy. Everybody wants a piece, and more people are coming in. But guess what? Just like I said, there's a bunch of sheep everywhere and just a few wolves. Winning in trading is simply having knowledge over here, the know, people that are in the know. And all these sheep over here are like, what the fuck is going on, right? And that's why it's so easy to take money from them, because they don't know what the hell's going on. And that's what we're going to teach you today, or in this program overall, is how to become in the know, because it's like stealing candy from a bunch of fucking idiots that have no idea what's going on. They just see the shiny object and they throw their money in the basket and they're like, oh, is it going to go up or is it going to go down? I don't fucking know. And you're like, okay, thank you. You're dumb. You're fucking stupid. Hate you. You're an idiot. Thanks again. I'm going on vacation. That's what's basically happening every day in the stock market, every day in crypto, every day in Forex. It's just a transfer of money from stupid people to people that actually put some time to actually learn this stuff. So anyways, guys, that's what we're gonna learn about in today's program. That's just a short little introduction, and I can't wait to show you guys what else we got going on here.